thought I would bring you into my kitchen today to do the devotional. Thought it would be a great place to share a devotional today. Hey everybody, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, I'm Christina with Dirt Road Diva. What we are doing right now is a 100-day devotional on 100 Days of Believing Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. Each day we do a verse and then a reflection, a journal prompt, and we close in a prayer. They're short videos, 5 to 10 minutes long. On the journal prompt section, I like to share with you what's on my heart, and I encourage you to do the same in the comments. So if it is your first time here, I have put all of these videos into a playlist called 100 Days of Believing Bigger, and you can find that and start back at the beginning if you'd like, or you can just pick up right where you are. If you'd like to buy this journal, it's available on dayspring.com and it's about $17, so not a bad price at all. This book is divided into 10 different topics, and the first topic is trust. We are on the last day of the topic of trust, and with that, we are going to be focusing on remembering eternity. After we do our reflection and our journal prompt, I'm going to share with you my most prized possession, or I should say maybe one of about 3 of my most prized possessions. It's over 100 years old, and it has hung in every house that I've lived in basically my whole life. So I'm excited to share that with you. Stay tuned to the end, and I'll share that, and maybe you'll have something similar that you may want to share with us in the comments section. Well, today's verse is out of the book of Romans. It's Romans 8:28. It reads, "We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose." Life doesn't always make sense. It's natural to anxiously wonder whether it's all going to work out. Faith says that we can believe God to be bigger than our circumstances and that He can do anything. But God isn't a performer waiting to fulfill our every wish and our latest heart's desire. Yes, God is a provider. He is also a father. He's our Father. The core of our relationship with God and God's relationship with us is love. Love is like a portal that invites us into the protective covering and supernatural plan of God. It's so easy to forget that we're part of something bigger. Do you ever do that? I know that I do. Sometimes I get so wound up in the small things that's going on that I forget that I'm part of a bigger plan. God sees every moment, and He strategically interweaves our moments, our joys, and our frustrations. He doesn't do this for us, to please us, or to satisfy us. He does this for the master purpose, and that master purpose is eternity. Our trust in God must first be based on a firm reliance in His undeniable love for us. And then we must trust that what is happening in our lives is actually working together for a good that is eternal and magnificent. In the journal prompt today, the author reminds us that what is happening in our life is connected and orchestrated by God. It's all part of a bigger plan. She asks the question, how can this truth help reframe your current circumstance and build more trust in what God is doing? Well, this brings me to my most prized possession, and I'm going to share that with you now. This picture has been in my family for over 100 years. It was taken in 1920 when my great-grandmother actually, was just 10 years old. She is the eldest of the girls shown here, with her 2 little sisters and her mother and father. They're sitting on the front porch of their cabin, and I just love how the girls have their flowers, and From the stories I was told over the years, I know that the dresses and clothes that they're wearing were handmade by what would be my great-great-grandmother, Susan. The reason why I treasure this photograph so much is it's tied to eternity. The question again is, how can this truth help you reframe your current circumstance and build more trust in what God is doing? Well, you see, the reason that I'm here today, if I'm thinking about the eternity plan of everything, the reason I'm here today on YouTube with you, talking to women around the globe, which is just really an amazing thing, is because of my great-grandmother, Lula. The things that she did have an eternal, lasting effect. When we don't have God in the center of our life, the things that we do don't have that kind of ripple effect. Oh, they can ripple. They can leave a bad ripple. Maybe they can even leave some good ripples. But when we have God at the center of our life, and we're raising children and grandchildren and showing love to the people around us with a God-centered focus, then that has eternal, lasting effects. So here I am today in 2021, and that little girl who was born in 1910, she's the one that taught me to love God. She's the one that modeled it for me every day. And I'm not anywhere near where she was, but I hope to one day be. And she's the reason that my daughter goes to Christian school, and that I pray with my daughter at night before she goes to bed, and I pray with her as I am driving her to school each morning. So the things that we do when we get in line with God, they don't end when our time on earth here is done. Let's remember eternity when we think about our bigger plan. And let's remember eternity when we focus on these next 100 days of believing bigger. We're going to go ahead and close in prayer. If you have anything that you would like to add to it, I'd really love to read it in the comments below. Your comments not only encourage me and lift me up, but they help us all to reflect on different ideas and circumstances that you bring to mind. If you have any prayer requests, I also want to encourage you to leave those in the comment section below. I would be glad to pray with you, and I know that there's other people that are following this devotion along every day that would also be honored to pray with you. And if you want to just say unspoken prayer request, know that I'll be praying with you for that as well. Our prayer for today says, Lord, I don't always understand what you're up to, but you are worthy of my trust and surrender. Thank you for choosing me to be an instrument of your holy agenda. What a joy to be included in your eternal plan. And I want to remind you that you are included in the eternal plan. I'm included in the eternal plan. My little girl is. My great-grandmother, she was included in the eternal plan. And although she died when I was 16 years old, here I am at 45, and I still talk about her almost every day. And the reason she made such an impact in my life is because of the woman that she was in God. Her life was simple. She was a homemaker a lot of the years. She also worked outside the home some of the years. She raised so many children and so many grandchildren, but what she did mattered. And if I wanted to believe bigger for the next 100 days, definitely a bigger part of the vision that I have for myself is to grow more into the type of Christian woman that she was. And if you have someone in mind like that, I want you to reflect on what it was about them that inspired you so much, and what parts of them that you can bring into your life to help others grow into their walk also. So thank you again for joining us today. Come back in 2 days where we'll do day 11, and we are going to start a new topic. And that topic is called purpose, and I will tell you, I haven't worked ahead in my workbook, but I have peeked ahead, and it is going to be really powerful. So let's dig into it together. Thank you again for joining me. You bless me, and please keep me in your prayers as I do this 100-day devotional. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.